I am shocked. I don't know what else to say besides I'm shocked. Going into tonight's episode of Evolve, I had the expectation that we're gonna get new champions, start a brand new era. So imagine my surprise when both Kendall Gray and Jackson Drake retained their Evolve championships. Not what I was expecting at all, not the way I see it going at all. I'm genuinely shocked by this. Now, I want to talk about the show in the order it aired, so stay with me. We're gonna get to the championship matches because the start of the show is nothing to really write home about. The show opened with Jackson Drake, the Vanity Project, sitting in their locker room talking about what they're going to do after they retain tonight. They talked about that girl that disappeared when Joe Henry first appeared and that they want to ask her out to hang out with them after retain. Bunch of funny stuff. I love how whenever Evolve starts, we get a segment of usually the Vanity Project. It's a very fun, very unique way to open the show. Afterwards, we get Cappuccino Jones running down the card for tonight's show before we get to the first match, which is Harlem Lewis versus Brooks Jensen. Again, absolutely nothing to write home about. Solid match, right? The men, they went out there, they put on a good match. But you guys know I can't care whatsoever about Brooks Jensen. Harlem Lewis is cool. I like Harlem Lewis. He also makes an appearance at the end of the show. We are going to talk about that. But this match itself was nothing, right? Harlem Lewis picks up the victory, very happy about that, but that match did not need to be on this card. This match did not need to happen at all, actually. And then afterwards, he gets interviewed by Chewy, who messes up his lines a lot in this segment, but that's fine. And Harlem Lewis is firmly after the Evolve Championship. He makes that clear at the end of the show. So now we can move on. Talk about the two championship matches. The first is Kendall Gray versus PJ Vasa in a street fight, a match that I was very excited about. Lots of cool stuff. This was actually a really good match. Also, Tyra May Steele was in the VIP section. That happens after the match. But man, Kendall Gray retains. I was not expecting that at all. I was firmly under the belief Kendall Gray is on her way up to NXT. She's going to be on NXT now, and I did not see her retaining. I was fully ready for a PJ Vasa Evolve Women's Championship run. Seeing her run this women's division on Evolve, that just did not happen, and I'm genuinely shocked by that. Like they were standing on the steel steps. She had Kendall Gray ready for her finisher, ready to knock her out. Kendall Gray reversed it, and in that moment, I was thinking, okay, man, she's gonna kick out. That was a devastating move, but she's gonna kick out. It's gonna be devastating, and then she didn't kick out, and Kendall Gray retained. And I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I'm excited to see this reign continue. Kendall Gray has been a great champion, but man, I don't see how we go forth with PJ Vasa because she's lost multiple times to Kendall Gray. Now, I don't see how we go forward with her as this monster when she can't defeat Kendall Gray. Obviously, Kendall Gray is like Superman, but I don't know. It was a great match. Happy Kendall Gray retained. I just don't know how much I like this decision. It felt written in stone that Kendall Gray, she's ready for NXT. She's gonna go to NXT. They've given her so much on NXT already, and PJ Vasa has been built up so dominant. It made sense that she would be the next champion. I don't know. Sorry if I say I don't know a lot, but I don't know, and I don't know how I feel about this decision. Right now, I'm feeling very indifferent about it, or conflicted. Not indifferent. I'm feeling very conflicted about it. But I guess it depends on what we do from here that really makes me see if this decision was the right one. Before we get to the main event, we do have a few special segments all in between the show. We have an introduction package of Lainey Luck. That was fine. Gave us a bit more about her. Tell her about some of her history, how she got here, some illnesses, diseases she faced. It was pretty good. Got me to know her a lot more. Definitely going to be more interested in seeing her now. We also see Tate Wilder getting attacked backstage or while he's ready to leave the arena by Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins. So we're clearly going towards a feud there, which is fine. It makes sense. Team PC has so many enemies. They have Drake Monroe, they have Tate Wilder, they have the whole ID locker room. So they're kind of fucked. But I'm excited to see what that happens. And then next week we have the announcement that we're going to have a town hall, whatever that means. But I'm excited. Oh, could be a new GM, could be a complete new shakeup, could be the introduction of some new wrestlers, could be tag team championships, which we've been asking for so long. Who knows? And then the main event where Jackson Drake retains against Cappuccino Jones. Another decision I don't fully get because Jackson Drake's going to NXT. Again, I love Jackson Drake as champion. You guys know he's my favorite wrestler on Evolve, at least the male wrestler on Evolve. Absolutely have enjoyed his championship reign. I thought this was a moment to make Cappuccino Jones. I don't get why we did this because Cappuccino Jones feels like a really good guy to push, an unexpected champion that could really have an underdog championship reign while Jackson Drake could go to NXT do his stuff. man, I'm so conflicted on how I feel about this. Another great match, okay? Another great match. But so what's the whole plan then? Because right now, okay, obviously it brings legitimacy to your brand. Having people that are NXT, high on NXT, doing great stuff on NXT, being your champions does bring some prestige to both the championships and Evolve in general. But I just felt like it was time for a fresh start because so many people from Evolve got called up. It just made sense that we're entering a new era, a new season anyway. So it doesn't fully click with me why we're doing this. Not that I hate these guys, right? I love seeing them on Evolve, but I don't necessarily want to see them on Evolve anymore. I am ready to see new people take over the reins of this brand and see where we're going. It feels like a natural conclusion to what we've built with them to see them finally move up to better and bigger things. So I'm so conflicted on all of this. Now, if I have to give the show a rating, like this is going to be an extremely biased show for me that I can't give a solid rating. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And this wasn't a bad show. Generally, if I say watch this episode. It was a great episode. The matches were really good. The storylines we've built were really good. The results were fine, right? The results aren't bad. It's just me personally, I'm very conflicted on the results, and the opening match wasn't anything special for me anyway. So every match night was kind of divisive in my head. So it's a very personal opinion that it was a 6 out of 10. Again, if I go back and in 5 weeks some amazing stuff happened, this opinion might change. But as of right now, I kind of can't give it anything more than that. I should also note, I forgot to mention this during the episode, both Tyron May Steele confronted Kendall Gray after the match, and Harlem Lewis confronted Jackson Drake after his match, which seems like they're next in line for the championships. Maybe they'll be the ones to win it, but right now, my head isn't really there. I don't know, I'm just focused on this. But if you like this review, it was a bit short, but Evolve is a pretty short show. So leave a like, subscribe. I cover NXT, TNA, and Evolve every single week. I also have a podcast with PUWF every Thursday. So tune into that. Leave a like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.